Hello, today we're going to be going over fungus and the fungi kingdom. We've been looking at produce for the last 4 days. We're going to move on to fungi now, and we're going to compare some different types of fungus. Um, this chart that we're going to be kind of looking at is on page 485. I'm going to attempt to do some drawings with my mouse instead of a pen, and so hopefully they're not too bad. You can see I already have one up here. I had already drawn it, messing, practicing, so I just left it up here and you can draw with me. The fungi kingdom, they are definitely eukaryotes. They have a cell that is organized and have different types of organelles in them. They are heterotrophic, not autotrophic. Scientists used to think that they were related to plants, but basically the only way they're related is if they grow from the ground and they have what look to be roots, but they're not at all. Their cell walls are made of chitin, which is different than plants, and they do not have chloroplast or chlorophyll, so they cannot photosynthesize either. So we'll start off with the zygomycetes. The zygomycetes are your bread molds. On your paper, you need to write that if it's not written down. Here is the drawing. These top part are what we're calling sporangium. Let's see if I can spell that. Sporangium. Sporangium. These bottom part are the root-like structures that go into whatever it's trying to get its nutrients from, and they're called rhizoids. The reproduction is asexual and sexual. From here on, if it is both, I will probably just write the word both. Reproduction is sexual and asexual. In fact, they do an alternation of generations as they go through. Many of them have an asexual reproduction stage and a sexual reproduction stage. They have haploid and diploid going on. The reproduction cycle is pretty complicated on these guys. The special structures are the stolon, S-T-O-L-O-N, and Stolon are the mycelia that grow along the surface of the bread. And then the hypha are the rhizoids that anchor into the bread to obtain the nutrients. The next one, Ascomycetes, are the yeast or truffles. And they're pretty simple looking. It looks like a little cup that grows. And these are important in cooking. We use yeast to make our bread rise. We also use it to ferment different things, make alcohol. And really, that's all there is to that one. They reproduce asexually. So they reproduce by fission, which so they can split apart. They also bud, so they grow, budding, B-U-D-D-I-N-G. So they also grow little stalks or little structures off of the sides of them, and then those structures will separate and become their own cell or cells. Their special structures are the ascus, A-S-C-U-S, which are the reproduction structures. Moving on to basidiomycetes. These are the ones you're probably the most common, they're most recognizable to you because they're the mushroom. We start off with what is called a basidia. You probably call it just a mushroom cap, but it's a basidia. We're going to write that down. B-A-S-I-D-I-A. And that's the top of the mushroom. We have the stalk that comes down. And we have the mycelium, which are the roots right here. So we'll call those mycelium. M-Y-C-E-L-I-U-M. And then under here, they've got their little gills, and maybe make it look a little bit more like a mushroom to you. Um, these guys reproduce sexually, so they exchange DNA and create new little basidios or basidia or basidiomycetes. And their special structure is the basidia or basidium, which is the cap that they have on there. Okay. Mycorrhizae and lichen are both symbiotic relationships with fungi and another organism. And I'm going to type these because that way it may be a little bit easier for you to understand. Mycorrhizae is a relationship between fungi and the plant roots. And the fungi get nutrients from the plant roots, and the plant roots, I believe, get water from the fungi. And so they both benefit each other. It's a mutualistic relationship. And there is a picture of these guys on page 490. And I will also be giving you a picture of all these to put in your scrapbook so that you've got something better than these drawings right here. The lichen you will definitely recognize. It is a symbiotic relationship between fungi and algae. Remember, algae are a type of protist. And so while mycorrhizae are fungi and plants, this one is fungi and protist. And that's all we've got for this. I'm being interrupted by the announcement. So hopefully this helps you to take care of your lesson if you missed it.